What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for Lonely by Justin Bieber and Blanco. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button and let me know down in the comments below what other songs by Justin Bieber or Blanco that you want to learn on guitar. Guys, the first thing that you want to know to play Lonely on guitar is that in order to get rid of some bar chords and keep this song as beginner friendly as possible, we're going to capo up to 2nd fret. And if you don't have a capo, I've only to get this capo for free right up here. The next thing that you want to know to play Lonely on guitar is the structure of this song. We're going to start with the verse, then go to chorus, and then we're gonna have another verse and another chorus to take us out of the song. And the last thing that you wanna know before we dive into Lonely is the 4 chords we need to play this song. The first one is E minor. The next one is A minor. The next one is G. And the last one is F. And I'll have a beginner way to play that F chord, as well as chord charts for all the other chords in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. And with all that in mind, guys, let's dive into Lonely. Man, this is one of those beautifully sad songs that I'm just such a sucker for. And this is a really beautiful song to play on guitar as well. This is one of those that's a piano-based song, so what we're going to be doing through this lesson is matching up what's being played on piano and just translating it over to guitar. So with that in mind, the first thing that we're going to take a look at is what's being played for our verses. For our verses, we're just going to have a simple chord progression and a simple strum pattern to go along with it. First, let's take a look at our chord progression. Our chord progression for our verses is going to be F, E minor, A minor, and A minor again. And again, guys, if you can't get that F chord down just yet, I will have a beginner way to play that in the pinned comment if you need it. So that's going to be our chord progression that we're going to repeat through our verses. And to match up with what's being played on piano, we're just going to do 4 down strums for each one of those chords fairly slowly, and it'll look about like this. We'll start with our F chord as our example here. We'll go down, 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 down. Just about like that, and that's going to repeat a couple of times for each one of our verses. Just like that. I would encourage you guys to play this along with the song a couple of times before you do any kind of covering it, because the strumming of this is pretty slow, but you want to make sure that you get that timing as close as possible. So guys, like I said, that's pretty straightforward, just a very simple chord progression with a very simple strum pattern to go along with it for our verses. But a couple of times through that chord progression and strum pattern for our verses on Lonely, without me talking, will look about like this. And guys, the only other thing that you need to know to play Lonely on guitar is what we're playing for our choruses. Now, for our choruses, same thing here. This whole song is piano based. All we're going to be doing is just matching up what's being played on piano and translating it over to guitar. So the only thing that's going to change in our choruses from what we played with our verses is just going to be the chord progression that we're playing. The chord progression we're going to be using for our choruses is going to be F, G, E minor, and then back to F. And we're going to be using the same exact strum pattern that we use for our verses on our choruses. So a little walkthrough of what this is going to look like. It's about like this. We'll start with our F chord. We're going to go down, 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 down. Just like that. And that is going to repeat through both of those choruses on Lonely. Like I said, guys, this is going to match up perfectly with what's being played on piano and Lonely, and all we're doing is just translating it over to guitar. So, guys, this is a pretty straightforward thing. Like I said, the only thing that changes here, the only thing that's different from our verses, we're just switching up that chord progression for our choruses, and all we have in this song is 2 verses and 2 choruses. So, should be a pretty short and easy lesson for you guys, but a couple of times through that chord progression and the strum pattern that we're going to be using for our choruses on Lonely will look about like this. And guys, that is everything that you need to know to play Lonely on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 800 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there cannot be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to see what songs I'm jamming on, where I'm traveling right now, or pictures of my dog, you can hit up my Instagram at @thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below. And lastly, guys, if you want to support the channel and get your name in the credits at the end of each new guitar tutorial, you can hit up my Patreon at patreon.com/thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below as well. Guys, Lonely is one of those just beautifully sad songs that I'm a total sucker for, and it's a heavy song. Like, oh my gosh, this, and if you haven't seen the music video yet, the music video really lends itself to the heaviness of the song, but it's just one of those that's just so beautiful, and I'm such a sucker for these kinds of songs. The guitar for this is very simple. This is a piano-based song, so all we're going to be doing for this song, which if you're at this point you probably already know, is matching up the chords that are being played on piano and just translating them over to guitar. So what that translates into is some pretty easy chord progressions with some pretty easy strum patterns to go along with them. And like I said, guys, the trickiest part about this for most people is just going to be that F chord. That is the only way that we could play this song with the minimal amount of bar chords. I tried it a couple different ways. This was the easiest one, and there will be a beginner way to play that F chord in the pinned comment below if you need it. But I'm sure if you're already at this point, you probably already know that. So guys, I had a lot of fun learning this song. Again, I'm such a sucker for sad songs, so even sad songs like this, I have a lot of fun learning. But I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning this one as well. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.